Have you ever wondered how an army shelters millions of soldiers scattered across the globe, especially on remote islands with no infrastructure? In 1942, during the height of World War II, the United States faced exactly this monumental challenge. The answer wasn't just a new type of building, but a revolution in manufacturing and logistics. This is the incredible story of how the Quonset Hut went from a clever design to a global phenomenon. The true genius of the Quonset Hut wasn't just its simple, arched shape, it was its manufacturability. The U.S. Navy and the War Production Board knew that to be effective, these huts had to be produced on an industrial scale that matched the urgency of the war. The first step: mobilizing American industry. Factories that once made grain silos, water tanks, and even automobile parts were rapidly repurposed for the war effort. In Philadelphia, the Strand Steel Corporation completely retooled its plants. Huge rolling machines took flat steel coils and transformed them into precisely corrugated arch panels. This wasn't just for looks. The exact 2.67-inch corrugation spacing was engineered to provide immense structural strength, allowing the walls and roof to be one and the same. Steel coils, each 4 feet wide, arrived daily by train from the industrial heartlands of Pennsylvania and the Midwest. But strength was only half the battle. Durability was critical, especially in the harsh, humid climates of the Pacific. To combat rust, each steel panel was dipped into massive tanks of molten zinc heated to a blistering 850 degrees Fahrenheit. This process, called galvanization, coated the steel in a protective layer, ensuring the huts could withstand tropical downpours and salty air. Early field reports had shown that untreated steel corroded alarmingly fast, so this step was non-negotiable. Once the panels were made, the next challenge was getting them to the front lines. The logistics were a masterpiece of efficiency. Each hut kit, consisting of 96 corrugated panels, was ingeniously designed to be flat-packed and nested together like a set of bowls. The end walls, fasteners, and other small parts were packed in separate crates. The ultimate goal was to fit one entire hut kit onto a single standard flatbed rail car. This optimized the journey from factory to port and minimized the risk of losing crucial parts. And what about assembly? The Navy knew these huts would be built by soldiers, not professional construction crews. So, every single kit came with a simple illustration-based assembly manual. These were designed for anyone to understand, regardless of their literacy level or construction experience. It was a brilliant piece of user-friendly design, created under the most extreme pressure. The sheer speed of production was staggering. By August of 1942, American factories were churning out 500 complete huts every single week. A little over a year later, by December 1943, that number had soared to over 8,000 units per month. This was enough to supply multiple combat zones simultaneously. This required a level of logistical choreography that was completely unprecedented. Every train schedule, every ship movement, and every dockyard operation was meticulously planned. A single delay could mean leaving thousands of soldiers without shelter. In the field, this industrial excellence met practical innovation. The Navy's legendary construction battalions, the Seabees, developed a standardized procedure. A team of just 6 men, using basic hand tools, could erect a complete Quonset hut in about 8 hours. They got so good at it that on the island of Espiritu Santo in 1943, a specially trained Seabee crew set a mind-boggling record, assembling a hut in just 4 hours and 17 minutes. This incredible speed and reliability were a direct result of rigorous quality control back at the factories. Prototypes were put through brutal tests. In Rhode Island, they were subjected to full-scale wind and snow trials, confirming they could withstand hurricane-force winds of over 100 miles per hour and heavy snow loads. Every component was inspected to ensure it met strict specifications. The supply chain itself was a marvel, stretching from the steel mills in Pennsylvania all the way to tiny remote islands in the Pacific. Special cargo vessels known as Liberty ships were converted to carry up to 200 Quonset Hut kits each. Every shipment wasn't just a collection of building materials. It was a strategic asset, capable of creating an instant base, a field hospital, or a vital supply depot. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of the Quonset Hut system was its modularity. A commander in the field could order a shipment of huts without even knowing the exact terrain they'd be built on. The standardized kits could be assembled on sand, coral, dirt, or gravel. Need something for the tropics? Add extra ventilation? Headed to the Arctic? Order the insulated version. This adaptability made the Quonset Hut a universal solution for a global conflict, and the process was constantly improving. There was a continuous feedback loop between the soldiers in the field and the engineers at home. Reports would come in suggesting improvements, like larger ventilation louvers for hot climates or stronger fasteners. These updates were seamlessly integrated into the factory production lines, showcasing a remarkable fusion of mass production and adaptive engineering. By the middle of 1944, over 160,000 Quonset huts had been deployed worldwide, providing shelter for nearly 6 million military personnel. And the cost savings were astronomical. A single hut cost about $1,400 in materials and took 60 man-hours to assemble. A conventional barracks, by comparison, cost $12,000 and required 400 man-hours of skilled labor. It was a game-changer. The production of the Quonset Hut is a powerful story of American industrial mobilization. It shows how private sector factories, engineers, and military planners can come together to solve immense challenges. The lessons learned from this incredible logistical feat extended far beyond the war. After 1945, surplus Quonset huts became a familiar sight across America. They were repurposed as affordable housing, schools, community centers, and businesses. Their simple, robust design allowed communities to rebuild and grow quickly in the post-war era, leaving a surprising and lasting architectural legacy. In the end, the Quonset Hut is more than just a building. Its story is a testament to the power of aligning brilliant design with industrial might and strategic planning. It's a lesson in how to deliver practical, life-saving solutions under extraordinary pressure, a lesson that continues to inform everything from modern disaster response to prefabricated construction systems today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story of ingenuity and industry as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden history of design and engineering. We'll see you in the next one.